back to another segment of Spilling the Tea with the Henna Guys. I'm Henna.
I'm Hillary.
I'm Michaela.
Today we're going to be doing another reaction video
to Sage Lilyman.
Alright, so I got another video that's short.
Yeah.
So let's see how this is. Dyeing my hair red with henna for the first time.
I'm really excited. I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Let's see. This is surprise. Oh.
Yay, audio.
Hello darlings, today I'm going to show you how I dyed my hair with henna for the first time, and this is the final colour.
I like it already.
If you'd like to see the process and the types of henna that I used, keep on watching. If you haven't seen already, I made a hair dyeing video using chemical hair dyes, and I actually had a pretty severe reaction after I filmed the video.
Oh no.
I continued using the conditioner that they give you in the box, and I kept using that like once a week. I didn't quite put two and two together, but the chemicals that were in the hair dye were also in the conditioner, and I started getting itchy on my other eye, and then it migrated up here, and yeah, it was really bad. So I knew I wanted to try something different that didn't have chemicals in it, so I did a lot of research about henna, and I finally made the decision and went ahead and bought some. And I didn't buy just pure henna, I bought cassia and henna. Cassia is like a natural henna, so it doesn't have a color to it, so you can just use it on, you know, your regular brunette hair, and it just kind of conditions.
So yeah, definitely if you're looking for to get all the benefits from what henna gives you, cassia is absolutely a great hair powder to use and get all those benefits as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you do have more, say, blonde, and you're not going for that specifically henna color, using cassia on blonde hair, it can bring out more of those natural golden highlights. It doesn't always do it, but it can do it.
Yeah. No, but one thing that I want to point out is the fact that she was talking about how she had like some chemical burns or reactions to it. I have heard so many people get reactions like that, and I don't know if it's just because like it happens to so many people, but like nobody really ever talks about it. It's
actually, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not as talked about, and then when you talk about henna, it's like, oh, I want to stay away from it.
Yeah, but having a chemical or an allergic reaction like that, that's not good. I don't.
Well, and my mom was actually talking to one of her friends, and she was saying like, yeah, I get like chemical burns and blisters from like chemical dyes, and she was like, you know, it's just something that I kind of thought naturally happened. Like I thought that was like a normal thing. And there is, I'm not going to mention any brands, but there is a particular men's dye brand that has significantly more chemical burns than every other brand I've seen.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like I've heard of probably at least 50 people now in the 6 months I've been here that get burns from that particular product. And it's all over, and it's, I don't understand how it's all, like, it's in all of these drugstores, it's in all of these different, you know, locations.
Or that no one seems to question it or assume that this is just the norm and that this is going, this should be expected, when...
I mean, that's what happens with henna. I mean, it's like, oh, you use henna? That is so terrible. And it's like, how?
How? I'm not having an allergic reaction to it. I am not suffering from any of my eczema flare-ups that I've been privy to for the majority of my life, just because I have it on my scalp. My son has it. Like it's using chemical dyes. Oh, I always had an eczema flare-up. I can tell you honestly, since I switched to henna, it has not been an issue at all.
Yeah.
And so why keep doing this to yourself when this is such a great option?
And it's the chemical dyes. It's just a norm. It's like if you're doing it, I'm doing it. But if you're doing henna, I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah.
It's just really crazy. And that But when she talked about cassia, another thing is if you have blonde hair and you want to get like strawberry blonde hair,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
should apply a little bit of pure henna into the cassia mixture to get like that really nice strawberry blonde hair. So that's another thing.
That is another good way to use it. I had not thought of that.
And gives it nice shine. But once you put lemon or some sort of acidic solution with it, it then activates the golden pigment within cassia. I added 50% cassia and 50% henna together, so that the color wouldn't be like almost like a purpley red. I didn't want it too deep, but I must say it is very bright. So I'm hoping that it's going to calm down. So the first day for henna is always the brightest, and then over the next couple of days it settles into the color that it's meant to be. So this is what my hair looked like before using the henna. So I just have chemical dyes in my hair at this point. My regrowth is pretty bad, so I'd used box dyes, and I had a hair lightener in there and also a red dye, which had pretty much completely faded by this point. I made sure to go ahead and do a test strand of the henna before actually committing to my whole head.
I gotta give you applause for that.
I know. Like
strand test.
So
Oh
far
my
the
gosh.
videos we've seen and we've done, like I really mentioned and actually shown to do. I did a strand test.
Thank you so much. Sage, thank you so much, because I know we sound like a crazy person with doing strand tests, but you really don't know how your hair is going to react to the henna otherwise. How it's going to take the color,
Definitely
it's
the color.
gonna...
Yep, how, you know, if it's something you want more darker or if you want to go lighter, it is definitely a must to do a strand test.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, because, then you can change how you prepare it when you do a full application.
Exactly, yep.
Like, I've talked to so many customers, and they're like, well, that's kind of a waste of time. It's like, we're not going to force you to do a strand test, but you're going to see how the color is going to look on your hair.
Exactly.
Where otherwise, if your hair absorbs indigo more than henna, like, it could turn darker, or it could turn, like, you know, a purple or a green color. So just to eliminate that risk, just do a strand test. It takes like what, a few hours at the most.
Yeah,
I mean, then you'll know if you want to go that color versus doing your whole hair and then be like, oh, this is too dark, this is not the color I want.
Right.
But once you do, you know, do that strand test and then, you know, contact the company like, hey, this came out too dark, do you have any tips to help me lessen the color tone? And I don't want it too dark, or I want it too dark and it didn't come out dark. So those things, that's why it's very important to do a strand test regardless if you think, no, I'll be okay, because the whole hair versus doing the strand test is...
Well, yeah, I've seen so many people that they skip the strand test to save some time, and then they're like, my hair is too dark now. What can I do? It's like, well, you can't just go from using like a dark brown and then say, oh, I want to try light brown now. Like, it's just going to get, you can't lighten your hair with henna.
With henna, we'll always recommend is to starting off with the lighter colors and then work yourself up. So the strand test, that's why it's important, because, you know, if you use light brown, you'll know if it's dark for you or not.
Right.
But versus if you just jump right into dark brown and it's too dark for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And pure cassia from a little online shop in Australia. And because I thoroughly did my research on henna, I knew that it wasn't going to react with the chemical dyes since it was a pure henna. And if it's not pure, it can react with the ammonia in hair dyes.
So I like how she explained that too. Definitely you want to make sure it is, you know, the pure. There are some out there that do put in chemicals.
Yes.
So do your research.
Yes, absolutely.
And do your part to make sure you are purchasing the correct and most purest form of henna.
Yes, absolutely.
I emptied the contents of the henna and the cassia into a glass bowl. You can also put it in a wooden bowl, as long as it's not metal, because we later add an acidic solution into the henna, and then that can actually tarnish the metal. So I just mixed my powders together with a wooden spoon before adding in apple cider vinegar, or you can add lemon juice as well.
Can I like be your best friend now? Like really?
I also need some chamomile tea to add into the mixture. I was careful with adding the liquid. I didn't want to add too much at once because I knew if I made it too runny, it would pretty much just slide straight off my head. So I wanted it to be the perfect.
So yes, I love how she explained it perfectly. Exactly what you should do. Gradually put water in there or whatever liquid form you're going to use. You don't want to dump too much and then it's just running because it won't stick to your hair then.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like the fact that she did the research for adding the apple cider vinegar, that she chose chamomile tea, which is going to be a much lighter color than if, say, you're going to use coffee, which would have that deeper tone.
Yes.
I want to be your best friend, please.
No, like she did so much research, and
Yeah.
like I think that's why her color payoff was so good. So, no, I can definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Consistency, and because I didn't have any extra henna powder on hand.
Many Tic Tacs later.
The henna was still really thick and it was gloopy and it smelled
I love
okay. Oh, gross. I kept adding in liquid little bit by little bit.
Look at that.
Plastic, and set it in a warm spot in the sunroom to develop for 6 hours. So in the meantime,
So 6 hours is a good amount, but we recommend 8 to 10 hours. And you can just leave it at room temperature, leave it in your kitchen. That's absolutely fine. You need to find a specific place to put it.
The fact that that was such a smooth consistency, and then you covered it with the plastic to keep all the moisture and everything in. Oh my gosh.
See, and right now all I'm thinking is I know she doesn't have cats, at least not in that room, because like my cats would be like all up in the henna and just be, I would not be getting my security deposit back from my house, so I'd have to get like all new furniture.
Just, oh god, cat paw prints everywhere with henna.
Yeah, at least she'll have some, color change.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine Tigger with like a nice, like pure henna, like just.
Oh, that would be a nice orange.
She got a tattoo on her paw.
Yeah, I mean. God. No, I cannot imagine.
before I went about my day, I showered so that I had freshly shampooed hair.
6 hours later.
I had fully prepared everything.
Oh, I love that.
You are really a girl after my own heart.
Wow.
And it looked pretty messy.
That's
I
literally,
love that.
that's my bathroom.
It is. I would say, especially first time, this is really important. I mean, obviously, if you don't necessarily need to do that much, but I seriously love it. She's really done her research. Like, she wants to make sure she doesn't stain anything. But yeah, if you are a first time user, it can be messy. But as you do the applications, you will know how to actually control it and properly apply it then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I've seen some people will use like towels to put all over, like their floor and their cabinets, just because you just wash them and then you can reuse them. Or some people will even like use it like in their bathtub. They'll just kind of sit in the tub and then they just put it on, throw their shower cap on, and just go about everything.
I think my dogs would be too curious for me to be just sitting in the bathtub trying to apply the henna to be like, what are you doing in there, Mom? But no, that's what my bathroom looked like the first time I did it. It was literally, my entire bathroom was plastered in henna. Or not henna, newspaper. Wow. Henna on the brain.
Oh, I just love this.
So with my freshly washed, damp hair, I was ready to dye.
I was like, she used a towel to cover
Funniest
herself.
sensation brushing this into my head. It was
She used a paintbrush.
wet and lumpy. And
I mean,
it looked like
Oh, whatever works for you.
Well, let me just get this straight. Not normal poo. green poo, like bird poo. And so I did my roots, and then I would just section it off and do my next layer of roots until I did my whole head before I then moved on to doing the lengths of my hair.
Yep. Oh, dance party!
So once I'd smushed all the green henna onto my head, I could pretty much just pat it straight against my head without needing any sort of clips or anything. I put a shower cap on to keep it all neat, and then I wrapped my head in a towel to keep that warmth on top of my head so that the dye would work. And then you can leave the henna on your hair for 2 to 6 hours.
One eternity.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, that is so good. She actually did that to help with her color. And now I understand. She's really did it step by step. And the color that came out came that way.
Are you sure you didn't reach out to us when asking these questions?
No, I mean, I've seen so many like applying henna for the first time videos, and it's like, I'm just gonna mix it with water and throw it on my hair, no activation time, and it's a huge mess. And every single time I see one of those, I cringe. Like, it takes a toll on me. Like, telling people every single day, no, like, try this instead. Like, she did her research. I appreciate her.
Very thoroughly.
Like, she did every step in the book.
Seriously, did you email us?
I was
and get
about to
tips?
ask that question.
Did you? Is there? I need to know, because I need to know if you emailed me, because
definitely
you're literally almost doing the step-by-step instructions that we advise people who ask us.
Oh, I just love all these little.
I know. One day I'm gonna figure out how to do that. I love that color.
Yes,
that's such a warm.
So pretty, and it looks so pretty on her.
Look at her hair. Look how
it.
shiny it is.
Before, the one she shows before, you could tell there was dullness in her hair.
Overall, I was really happy with the red and how
It looks
the
super
final result
natural.
turned out with henna.
Yes.
And since this was my first time using it, it was really fun.
Her roots
And
are a little bit darker,
even though the
but that's
roots
because
That's because it is
because
darker.
that can't happen with henna. It's
Exactly.
not a chemical. So I'll have to play around with using another sort of product to
So
blend it all
beautiful.
together.
that's
next
such a
song.
gorgeous color.
And here's my hair on the second
Oh,
day.
so you could
I just
tell
thought
it
I'd show
developed.
you, just to see if it has changed color, and I
It
think
has.
it may have deepened a little bit.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous
Thanks so much
color.
for watching.
So
Bye.
pretty.
See you next Sunday. I'm connected to the chair.
So, like, her hair color at the end reminds me a lot of Rachel McAdams from The Notebook.
I can see that, yeah.
Like, it's a very similar color.
I can see that, but no, that's such a
Oh my gosh.
beautiful color payoff, and
Beautiful color payoff. I enjoyed this video. I have no idea how much happiness this has brought.
yes,
Oh
absolutely.
my gosh, really, really awesome. Full application. Just loved it. Thank you for doing such
Yes.
a video. Even though it was short, I really enjoyed it.
I honestly, I'm like a proud mom right now. No, just because you absolutely did all of your research, you did the due diligence in finding out what was going to be the best method for you, and actually just looking at your before and after photos, that it absolutely shows. Like, I'm blown away. I'm gonna actually do more, see if I can do some checking up and seeing if you're still sticking with the henna,
Yeah.
because if you are,
I want to see updates.
yeah, I want to follow
I
on the
want
henna
to see
journey.
updates. Yep, I want to see your henna journey. Absolutely. This was really satisfying.
I'm just so proud.
Thanks for watching Spilling the Tea with the Henna Guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have a video you'd like for us to react to, please leave it in the comment section down below, or the email address down below as well. If you have someone else's video you want us to react to, please leave the link down below as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.